Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy. How are you?
How am I? I'm okay. I mean, I don't know how to answer that like right now after, not to mention the things that have been going on in my world, but just like, I don't know. I just kind of just cruising along, sleeping a lot, probably from the Zofran.
Yeah.
It's very.
Is that a side effect of Zofran?
Like good night all day. Good night. Which I don't mind. I like sleeping.
Right.
It's not like I wake up and I'm like, got things to do, places to go, people to see, all the excitement that is my crippled life. I just, my life is sitting in my room watching the TV. And then I have a 13-year-old.
Well, can I just tell you,
what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. But before we move on to me, I just want to say that your life can be whatever you want it to be. I'm just going to leave it at that. So okay. I think you have more of a choice, and your choice is right in whatever you feel it needs to be in this moment. But if you're wanting a change, I support it, and I think you can have it in an instant.
Thank you.
Okay, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. We went on a little vacay, and I left my kids with my parents, and then I went to New York. My neurologist is in New York, and I had my annual checkup, had the MRI.
Oh my God, you did?
All the ditties.
And
MRI is stable. Knock on wood. It's been stable for, 8 years, 9 years. But with that said, there's the things that I'm expecting to say, like your walking's maybe a little bit worse, this, that. And I've worked very hard. I do my physical therapy 5-6 days a week. I push myself maybe past where I should. And that can be very frustrating. And I can have I can bump up against low moments every couple of months where I'm like, what's it all for? It's not changing. Am I wasting my time? What am I doing? And, he did his little neurological test on me and he's like, you're very strong, but it's not translating to your walking. And he sat me down in his office and he said, Jamie, I want you to understand something. What we have going on right now is a wiring issue. And you need to do your physical therapy and you need to take care of yourself the best you can. But you do your part and you have to let me and the universe and medicine and all the people that are trying very hard to help people that are living with diseases like MS to do our part. So I want you to take the responsibility off the table that you can change your body or that you didn't do enough or did too much or whatever it was. And it was a moment I really needed to have. It felt like it took so much pressure off of myself that I need to constantly be fixing myself or changing myself or healing myself and to just feel like, and I use it it felt like it was translating into like my spirituality and just trusting like the universe has my back. And it was a moment I desperately needed, to the point where I even walked out and my husband was like, your vibe is very different. You just feel a lot lighter. And I do. And I hope that other people that are carrying loads can get a moment like that, where you're just like, because you can't do it all on your own. And sometimes you have to offer it up to whether it's God or whoever it is to just maybe step in a little bit and just trust a little bit more. And so it was like a really nice moment to have. And then I went from that appointment right into an appointment with functional medicine doctor to talk about, all the fun things, diet and supplements. And I finally was sitting with somebody that explained in very layman's terms, because I need you to like almost visualize, like, this is what your gut does. And when it gets this, it goes, ooh, or it gets this and it goes, like she literally spoke to me as if I was in kindergarten. And I finally felt like I understood like why I take this supplement and why I take this medication and why this is happening. And I think that not enough doctors, and especially when you live with MS, I mean, as you know, like you see so many different people, or you can in the course of your journey with this. Like, it's really nice to have somebody like empower you with knowledge and explain it in a way like, I didn't go to medical school. I need you to explain this to me like I'm 5. And so, it was a nice way to start off the year, to kind of feel a little empowered and also a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah. I'm such the opposite of you. I'm like, if I stand up in the morning and my feet hurt too much, I'm like, well, guess it's going to be a day of me just in my bed. And I know that if I just walk around a little bit, they're going to feel better, like a better, but I give up so easily. But, I'm still fucking pissed off. So oh my God, I can't believe it's going to be 3 years since diagnosis in June. And I'm still sitting here like, boohoo, woe is me. But I'm still mad about it. Like, I went to a celebration of life thing on Sunday, and there was a lot of walking in my neighborhood, hills and stuff of everybody. And since then, my hamstrings feel like I took a 7-hour dance class. Like, they hurt so badly. And then that discourages me. And then I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
It's the same way if you're in a fully abled body, you go to the gym, you took 6 months off the gym and you go back, you're going to be sore.
So that's how, it feels like the worst, like after a really like an Ashtanga yoga that you haven't done in a year. And then you're like, oh, now I can't walk at all. And that's how I feel. And just from like 2 hours at this thing. And I wasn't like walking the whole time. I was actually just sitting there most of the time, but I hurt so badly. And I did a telemedicine conference with my neurologist because I don't even like going place. I just don't want to get in the car, and then it just hurts too much. And then the thing and the walking and the blah, blah. And she's like, Christina, you've got to move your body.
I agree.
Like, you have to. And
because MS or not, anyone is going to be creaky, crunky, like feeling from you being where you are. And I being very honest, I don't feel comfortable telling you like, get up, Christina, we got to go. But if you need me to be that person in your life or one of those people in your life, I will, because I do believe that it's time. Like, I think we still have a lot to process, but I do think that you need to give yourself a chance.
I know, I'm kind of just like giving up. You know me. I'm so like, well, this is just it. I'm just going to lay in bed and sleep all the time. And then when my daughter needs me, I'll be there for her, and I'll do everything for her and push and do anything I possibly can for her. And then
what about you?
I'll turn the lights off and go back to sleep. I know.
You'll do anything for her, but what about you? If you're not taking care of you, there's not going to be much more you can do for her.
Yeah, I know. That's my fear too, that I'm just going to shrivel up and not.
I don't mean it like that. I'm meaning like all that you wish to do for her because of the amazing mother you are. Like, you deserve, if that's going to be the incentive that you need to push you, let it be that, because you can't bring it to be you can't have it when it's about yourself. It's just not quite enough. I get that. And as mothers, like it's our first instinct to put everybody first. But you deserve it. And I need you. Do it for me. Can you add me to the list to do it for?
Yeah. I just, and this is being really honest, like, I don't enjoy living. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy things anymore. I don't, if someone can come over and lay in bed with me and talk like you have, and like a girlfriend of mine did the other day, the one that we talked about, but like, that's enjoyable. I enjoy that. But if someone's like, let's get up and go for a walk, or let's go get a coffee, or I'm like, I don't enjoy that process. I did the thing, the thing on the television thing. Mm-hmm. That was like the hardest day of my life. I know. It started at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't get home till 9:30. And oh my God, I was like, I slept for like, I think I slept for like 2 days straight after that. Like, I couldn't function.
So a lot of why you're not enjoying it is it's hard. It's so hard to live in a disabled body. It is so hard. I will not take that away from you. And I am right there with you. It is hard. But what makes it harder is when you compare it to how it used to be. And it's not, I mean, I still do it all the time, but in the moments where I have a little bit just more acceptance and just like, this is the way it is, it takes a little bit of the extra suffering out of it, if that makes sense. Like, I think once we get you to this place where we're just kind of accepting that this is how it's going to be, maybe forever. But it to me, it's not a reason enough for you to stop living. Because I sit here across from you and you still make me laugh like nobody else can. You still make me smile. You make me feel loved. I enjoy talking to you. Like, you were up on a stage with an entire auditorium of people and everyone at home watching you, just wanting to shower you with love because you deserve it. And because of what you have given people as a performer and as a human. And like, you don't get that. You get what you give. And that moment watching you was like watching you get what you've given. And I just, as your friend, just want you so deeply to feel that, because it's not, I can't let you give up. I can't do it. I need you to do it for me too. And like, I'm hoping that this podcast will also show you even more of your value and show you yourself how incredibly strong you are and how much you deserve to give yourself a chance. And now I'll stop now.
No, it's okay, Mama. I think I just, yeah, I'm in a depression right now, which I don't think I've felt that for like years, like a real fuck it all depression, like real depression, where it's kind of scaring me too a little bit, because it feels really fatalistic. It feels really end of it, not saying that, like, I don't mean that. I just mean like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
understand.
I'm trapped in like this darkness right now that I haven't felt like that. And I don't even know how long, probably 20 something years,
Are we
where
addressing the depression with a therapist, medication?
I called the therapist, which was a big thing for me to do. And I'm going to go see her next week
Great.
but I don't know if people who are listening feel this way, that like, I have avoided therapy since I've been diagnosed because I'm so afraid to start crying and that I'm not going to be able to end crying. And so my way of doing things is to make fun of myself, or, at that stage, the first thing that came out of my mouth was literally self-deprecation, because I could feel myself going into that space of where I wasn't going to be able to stop or read what I'm supposed to read without, I don't know, making people laugh or making them feel more comfortable about it. And I mean, I was so disabled that I slurred the word disabled.
No, stop.
Like, wait, no, I don't remember doing it because I literally blacked out as I was walking out, like that thing where like,
yes,
you just get white in the face. And my friends were like, you were so funny. I was like, what do you mean? I just read the thing. They're like, no, you didn't just read the thing. And I watched it and I literally was like, you're shaming me with my disability. As the thing that happens when you go like in like CNS overload.
Yes.
And like speech stops working so well. And, you get some tremies and stuff. I literally I think I said, yeah, you're shaming me with my disability.
Well, I know what you were saying. And how you reacted in that moment was perfect. In that moment, you do need to break it up with humor and laughter, because that's how you get through these big moments. But there's also a moment to break down and cry and sit with it that you deserve to give yourself, and with a professional who can guide you through that. Because I can tell you, like, a year ago, a little less than a year ago now, is when I went to India and I lived at this ashram, and I had felt so awakened and connected and peaceful. And when I came home, I had a 2 weeks later, I had a very bad reaction to a surgery and got sepsis and was in the hospital and almost died. I never told anybody this.
Oh my
2 weeks
God.
after, a year ago, right now, I was in
Oh
a
my
hospital,
God.
literally like this much away from death. And I then went into this last year, 2023 was my year of grieving. I had never in my life been more sad, felt more low. But what I learned from India was I I had an inability to escape it. I had to sit in it. I would scream in pillows. I would cry to girlfriends. I would I reached out. I sat by myself. I got a therapist. I did all of these things I had never really done before and went through this process that was absolutely necessary. And I feel like you owe it to yourself to cry and really go there, because how else are you gonna, you have to bring it to the light. You gotta allow yourself to feel that stuff. You can't keep pushing it away, otherwise you're gonna be where you're at right now. You're like in like a purgatory, you know?
But that's what, like I was saying, I'm so afraid for those floodgates to open and that like I won't be able to stop. And then I don't know what would
And then what?
happen. I
But
don't
what do
know.
you think?
I don't even want to say, like, I just don't know.
I see more light for you during that process. But I think that if you're doing this with a professional,
Yeah. And I've known her a long time. She's been my therapist for a long time. I just haven't
great.
seen her. She hasn't seen me since this happened.
And this is also why medication exists. You
Yeah.
know, like it's there to help people get through these. Like, as human beings, like we came from living in like little villages, you know, where there was like one baker and one tailor and everybody had their skill and everybody had their contribution and nobody had any access to knowing what the fuck was going on in the world. Now we know every single tragedy every single day that's happening to every single person all over the world. It's too much. Like, thank God there are therapies and modalities, but also medication to help people through this. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's
I
nothing
don't
wrong with
think there's anything wrong with it. I tried Prozac many years ago when I was in my 20s and I was losing my mind. And I tried it and it did not, we were not friends, that Prozac and I would be like singing to the refrigerator and stuff. Like I went nutter butter. And so
you went cuckoo banana.
I went cuckoo bananas on it. So I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I'll deal with it. But
Well, there's more options now.
I know, but this was back, this is in the dark ages or the Stone Age or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't, I don't mean, yeah, I probably should, but it's not even, it's just, I'm pissed off. Still pissed off. Sorry, I'm just pissed. And I
And
do
I'm
miss
not
stuff.
saying that I'm past being pissed.
No, I know you're not, but you definitely have you like see it from this bigger picture. And I'm like tunnel visioned right now.
Well, I have 23 years is a lot longer than 20.
Yes.
A lot longer. So like, this is not, and it, by the way, I'm going to tell you something. When you walked out on that stage, first and foremost, did I feel like love and pride for my beautiful friend, who I am so lucky to know as intimately as I do. But then there was a little bit of me that was envious. And when I say envious, I'm not saying of that moment, like I wanted that moment, but being like, look at her walking out on this fucking stage with her cane in this moment where I know you were at in your life and going through what you were going through and still able to step out on that stage and look as beautiful as you did, and knowing deeply also how hard that was for you to do. I am still barely able to walk out with a cane and feel okay. Like I still I'm still having this like weird thing about people seeing me and knowing that I have a disability. So I was envious of you in that moment, being like, look what she's fucking doing. Only 3 years in, she can, even through all of the hard stuff that she's going through, she's still able to show up like that. And so you inspired me in that moment, big time. That's not easy to do. And it deserves to be recognized, really, truly.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, it was a thing, but I wanted to say something, and this is me also I'm going to go back to self-deprecating because I keep feeling like I'm going to start crying, and then this is all going to just be me snotting and fucking all that. Because everyone was like, oh my God, the standing ovation. And it was like, this thing. And right, that audience was so standy. Like they were standing literally for every single person that came out. And then I'm like, now you're all really shaming me because I'm in the front row and I can't stand up every time you guys stand up. Then I look like the asshole who like doesn't care and isn't excited about the guy from a show that I've never heard of, but we're all standing for him again.
Well, you had a room full of people that are
get myself up, then they're sitting down again. So then I'm like, okay. I guess I'm just going to sit because now, I'm sitting next to like Jessica Chastain. Like I was in a nice row with like some people and they're just up and I'm like, you guys really are bothering me now. And I had my Doc Martens on underneath, which weigh about
I was going to say, I saw you wearing those too. I'm like, those weigh 10 pounds.
They do, but
they're like ankle weights.
I can't wear heels, right? So I can't do this. So they just give me like a nice, it's like having like stilts, like a,
yeah.
I'm taller looking, but they're flat. Yeah, they weigh like 50 pounds.
Support for Messy comes from Lumi. We've all had embarrassing BO moments. We talk about them all the time on this podcast. I had one just the other day sitting at the baseball field realizing, well, it's hot, summer's here, and I need to help my BO. And fortunately, Lumi whole body deodorant is making it so none of us ever have to worry about BO again.
Just a little bit, boom, 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 boom. And your stuff is it's delightful for many, many days.
Unlike certain other deos, Lume is powered by mandelic acid to control odor in a new way. It delivers outrageous 72-hour odor control everywhere from your pits to your feet, and yes, even your privates. In fact, it was patients' concerns about private part odor that was originally what inspired the OBGYN who invented Lume. Fast forward 6 years, and her game-changing whole body deodorant has now earned over 300,000 five-star reviews from people like us who love feeling confident from head to toe. It's baking soda free, it's paraben free, it's pH balanced, so it's safe to use below the belt, and you can choose from a variety of fresh, bright scents like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, my personal favorite, and free shipping.
As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 15% off of all Lume
with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Just use code MESSY for 15% off your first purchase at lumedeodorant.com. That's code MESSY at LUMEDEODORANT.com. Do you miss high heels?
I don't. I hated high heels. I hate them.
I miss them. I haven't worn high heels. I mean, I got like a platform pair recently that's like, so there's not much of a slope and I kind of like teeter around, but I love it. I put them on as like, it's like a little girl that's like putting on high heels. Like, she has like her little plastic ones. Like, that's what I feel like when I put them on because I'm so excited to be wearing high heels again. I miss it so much, so much.
Now I'm going to say this. It's really gross. I have a closet filled with Louboutins. Closet. Okay. Probably 50 pairs of Louboutins that I've collected over the years, like really beautiful, like for 30 years or whatever it is that I've been collecting these shoes. And they're all just sitting in there staring at me, not cheap shoes.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I stole most of them from shows I was on. I stole them.
That's what you do.
I didn't pay for them. Just
that's how you do it. You know what to do.
But I was like, oh, I'm going to try to put one on. And not only have my feet I like now have like Shaquille O'Neal feet. Like I was like a size 7 and now I'm like a whatever the heck. I put them on and immediately fell over onto the ground. It was like the weeble wobble, but just went down. It was bad.
It's crazy.
And those are the ones, and I have those platformy ones that are in the front. So it is like not such a pitch.
Yeah.
Oh no, my body was like, immediately my brain like started freaking out. I started shaking, like the nervous system. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people who don't know what MS is don't understand that we are triggered we're triggered by the nervous system. Like too many people, too many sounds, too many things like that. But
yeah, it's too much.
It was like I put them on and my brain was like, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
I'll never forget. I went to an Emmys. I don't know when this was. This is when I was in my first marriage. So that's how long ago it was. And I was in this beautiful green dress Monique Lhuillier had made. I was in these high heels. And it was the first time where all of a sudden I'll never forget. It was then that I was like, ooh, like what's going on? Like my legs started to grab in the back. It was feeling a little burning. Like I wasn't feeling very confident in my heels. And I was on one of those like little mini stages, being interviewed by, I don't know, Access Hollywood or one of those things.
Oh, God.
And I'll never forget that in the middle of the interview, I felt like I was about to fall over. Like I was and I was gripping my toes.
This is before.
Nobody knew. I mean, I'm like 2
years. You
knew
though.
I knew. I was 23 at the time. So I was 3 years diagnosed. But, it was a very slow progression of it really manifesting. And I'll never forget, I looked at my husband at the time and he clocked like a moment of like sheer panic with me. And he like went to go grab me and like hold my hand so I could stay up. And he by accident like knocked over, I'm going to butcher her name, Famke Johnson. Is that how you say her name?
Sure.
From the Matrix?
I know who you're talking about. Famke or Famke? We don't know.
She cursed him out. She was so mad.
Oh, no.
Well, because he fucking knocked her over, which I get. But like,
it happens.
I know. But I'll just never remember. That was like one of the first times where I was like, oh, fuck, I don't think I can wear heels anymore. That's when the moment where heels became hard.
It's not an easy one for all of us MSers out there. I mean, I've seen people in them, that have it, and I'm like amazed.
Shocking, amazing, shocking. Miracle.
But I can't even like shoes. Period. We've talked about this.
Yes, I love being barefoot.
Period. Like I can walk around my house, like no problem. If I don't have shoes on, I'm like I don't use a cane in my house. Like I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's the second I get out and I have to have shoes on and people and all the senses and shit, like literally legs are like, no, we don't work anymore. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I know. I want to get rid of my Louboutins because they do make me upset but at the same time, I do like looking at them. And there's this weird part of me that thinks maybe one day I will wear them. And then I'm like, oh my God, you have a progressive disease, you asshole. Like you probably won't be able to wear them, but who knows?
Here's what I did. So I carried around this big ass plastic bin full of all of my heels in so many moves from so many houses. And when we finally moved here to Texas about 3 years ago, and it was like taking up room in our garage, because obviously I didn't pack them in my closet. And I never forget, I walked up to him and I looked at my husband and I was like, get rid of them. He's like, really? And I'm like, yep, I'm okay. I'm okay letting him go, because the thing is, if I can walk in heels again one day, I'm probably going to want new ones anyway. Like, bye. And it was such a relief to not carry around this, like, because all they represented was like what I can't do. Like, or I was carrying them around for the same thing. Like, what if one day, but I'm like, well, what if?
It's like my size 2 jeans. Yeah, those are going to happen.
There they go. They're probably out of style anyway.
No, I keep them for so many years that they come back in style. But I get that. But they're Louboutins, Mama. There's so many Louboutins.
We can sell them.
but they have meanings. Like each shoe
We
has
can
like a
thank them.
memory.
We can thank them. We can take a picture of you with them.
They're so
We
pretty.
can make a little book of a picture, a little coffee table book of you with each heel and where they were and where you got them from.
They're all from Samantha. I took them from Samantha.
Oh, you had a killer wardrobe in that show, huh?
Yeah, I did. And I was in a Louboutin in every single scene.
Well, because I can picture
Pencil
you.
Pencil skirt, and a Louboutin. Yeah.
Who was on that show with you? What was the cast?
Oh, I don't know. Some little bitch named Melissa McCarthy. Another little bitch named Jennifer Esposito.
Wow.
Jean Smart, Kevin
So
Dunn,
many little bitches
of Veep fame. Wow. Barry Watson.
Wow.
Yeah, just like those really below par talents.
Was it the most fun?
It really, honestly, was, I think, one of the highlights of my life.
Oh, I love that.
We had so much fun. We all got along so well. I mean, crew and cast would stay on the lot till like 4:00 in the morning after shooting, like in my dressing room, or sometimes we'd take over the stage, drinking, people smoking cigarettes on the stage. Like it was wild. And that was like the whole crew too, like our sound, our grips, our everybody. It was a family. It really was a family.
Those experiences are real special when they happen like that.
Yeah, it really was. Like the stars just kind of aligned. I'm not going to lie. It was really the longest hours I've ever worked in my life. But if I didn't have, most of my scenes were with Melissa and Jen. They were with Melissa and Jen, which Melissa McCarthy, she's unfunny. We all know that. And then with Jean and Kevin, who were just the best. Yeah. For years, Jean and Kevin came over to my house for New Year's Eve for years and years after we were done with their significant others. And we would always be like, okay, we're going to do the 9:00, ball drop. Yeah. And then I was like sending them home in cabs at 3 a.m, long after the show was over.
Well, you don't have to leave your bed for that. You can still do it. Your room's big enough. I've seen it. You can throw a party in there. You can get a couple of good bitches in there.
I know. I did have a couple friends over that I've known since I was 21 years old. And we're all still friends. And they came over, it's like 3 of them, but they kept me up till 1 a.m.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be up till 1 a.m. I kept trying to like fall asleep and let them know like we were done. But my one friend owns a bar, so she's like naturally up till 4 a.m.
Right.
I'm like, you guys understand I can't sit here and talk for 6 hours. Like I can't. But we did.
Well, because people want to be around you.
No, I don't know.
If they didn't, they'd leave. And would have gone to her bar. They could have hung out somewhere else.
Let me ask you this. What was like, now that I talked about Samho, because it's really one of those things with all the shit actors that were on it. But like, what was your like most fun working experience? Like top to bottom, where you're like, okay, stars have aligned. Yeah. I'm probably sure I know, but maybe
Sopranos,
not.
Obviously, in the way that it was similar to that, like cast, crew, top to bottom, just ultimate respect, love, and support, enjoyment of each other. But I was a kid and there was only one other kid. And so I wasn't like as heavily involved in like the after stuff. Later years, it was the most fun, to be honest, whenever we would come to LA for award shows, because HBO would book us all on the same flight or the same 2 flights. So we would all fly together. We would all stay at the Peninsula. We would all take over the lobby bar and stare at all the hookers.
Oh my God.
And we would throw parties in our rooms. Like, so by the time I was like over 21, I would like get invited to the things. And those are some of my most fun memories. It's just letting loose it's like seeing people after work and being like, oh, look at you, like just letting loose and enjoying. And it was towards the end of the show. So it was really understanding that this incredible experience was wrapping up and we were going to milk it for everything we could, meaning just being with each other. But honestly, one of my favorite work experiences was Entourage.
Oh, wow. Okay. I loved that show, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, we were big Entourage house.
Yeah, so was I. And when I did the show, I was only supposed to just do like a one-off guest star. And then Doug, the creator, called me and was like, do you want to just like keep hanging on the show a little bit? And I was like,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
I would
like
love to. Because first of all, I don't think we ever worked more than 10 hours. It was in LA in daylight. It was all
never more than
Steadicam.
10 hours?
Never. That's
like going to pre-K.
Correct. It was the day of school. I never was there late at night unless it was a night scene. It was all Steadicam, which means like all the handheld. So there was barely any lighting setups. It was quick. It was easy. It felt very improvisational, which I'd never done before. And for me, when I finished Sopranos and I first came out to LA and I started auditioning, I really was like, I'm sure it had a little bit to do with my abilities, but I was like really bumping up against being typecast. And being on a show on HBO and playing a version of myself where we would still reference Sopranos and we probably had a lot of the same fans was like this really beautiful gift I didn't even realize for me to kind of like transition out of that role that I played for 10 years. But I just remember feeling like so loved and so appreciated. And it was just fun. And I ended up dating my co-star for 2.5 years. He became my boyfriend, Jerry Ferrara, who played Turtle.
Oh my God.
He was my boyfriend for,
oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so it was just.
That's
what I did. It was just only actor I've ever dated.
You know what? I've never dated an actor before my husband. Ever.
Really?
Never.
And was that the only one?
Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
One and done.
One and done. Yeah, we're good with that. Like you kind of been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and you sold the t-shirt on eBay. Go ahead.
That's right. No, there was nothing else. It was just, it was just joy and it was fun and it's honest. It's what I needed. We always get what we need, but it was what I needed in that moment. So it was and this last show I just did, I worked on this show, Big Sky, and it was, for different reasons, fun. And I felt safe because what happened to me right after Entourage was I stopped feeling safe in my body and I didn't know how to perform anymore. I got by for sure, but there was no freedom. There was no relaxation. There was no effortlessness. There was no flow in my work until very recently where I felt like everybody knows my body. Everybody knows how it's working and they're going to protect me and let me I was still covering it up. So now I only can imagine and have big hopes and dreams and know that the next role I play, I will only play in the body that I'm in because I can't wait to just act again, not thinking about moving.
I hear you. I'm getting I'm sad about it. I wasn't sad about like not having to get up early. I'm like really fine with that. And like getting in a car and driving someplace and people touching my face with the makeups and the hairs and the things. I'm like totally fine with not doing that for a minute, but I do miss creating. And it's funny. I was going to, and I'm going to drop a name, but it doesn't really matter. So Christian Siriano has been doing my clothes for the last couple of years because he's very kind to people of all shapes, sizes and stuff.
Yes,
right.
Always has been.
And always custom, loving, good. Anyway, I finally met him when it was time for the Emmys because one of the dresses he had made for me was a little heavy on my like weight wise. So we were concerned about me like not being able to get through it. So anyway, he made another dress, brought it here, sweetheart, like literally got on a red eye with the dress in his hand to my home. And we were talking about work and stuff. And I was saying, I don't know if I'll ever have the experience like I did on Dead to Me, where it was, created by women, written by women, directed by women, women crews, some men, yes, but their ability to take care of me, understand my boundaries, shut down if I needed to shut down for the day, like was never questioned. I think in this man's world, sorry guys, but you're probably going to look at me as being a complaining bitch. Well, I'm not a complaining bitch. I'm disabled. But anyway, he's like, no, you have to work again. He's like, you know what you're going to do? You're going to be at a desk. I said, the whole time? He's like, yes, no, I will watch that show.
Judge Christina.
I just
put you fucking judge. Give you a robe
at a desk.
You can wear your diaper underneath there. Nobody will see.
Well, that unfortunately now is a necessity. It's not even like, anyway, it's the diapers are happening. But yeah, like he was like, no, just desk. Let's just go desk.
Sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit for my career, honey.
I believe it. I will watch an entire series of you driving a fucking car.
There you go.
I can watch you do anything.
But car acting's hard. Because you know how
because you have to be like,
can you move
like
it a
you're
little
actually
bit more? I'm
watching
like, that's not even how I drive. You move your steering wheel like this when you're driving? You don't.
No, I don't even use two hands.
But when I see people doing this, or my favorite is,
are you in an old-timey car where fix your axle, bro?
People can't see what we're doing, but we're just making the wheel go weird. Or they just look at the passenger the whole time.
Yep. Not the road. And they never brake.
No braking.
They're just going.
Then turning
what road
is
are
like
you
a
on?
big thing. Like the steering wheel goes like this. But it's
now I really want to see a show with you in a car.
It's just me in a car with no one else.
And all these different people just get in. And you have all these different conversations. You're an Uber driver.
I'm an Uber driver. Oh my God, we just made the show. I'm an Uber driver.
My God, we made the show.
Yeah, we got it.
Christina. And it's just you reacting to all the fucking people that you pick up.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk and say
disability.
I literally have chills from my head to my toe.
Okay, we got it. This is the new show.
Wait, should we be putting this out? Nobody steal our idea, please.
Don't steal our idea.
Bad karma on you if you steal this fucking idea. If you steal
it and have some able person do it.
Hell no.
Not going to be okay.
I hope you're emailing your agent directly after this. We stop recording because there we go, girl. That will be such a good show.
There we go. Messy is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We talk about this all the time. This podcast is therapy, but sometimes we need a professional to help us just organize the thoughts that are in our brains, help us take stock also of our progress and set achievable goals for the next week, the next 6 months, the next 6 years. I can tell you firsthand how therapy has helped me through many stages of my life. And if you're thinking of starting therapy, I think you should give BetterHelp a try. First of all, it's entirely online. So it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. So there's no excuses. You just fill out a brief questionnaire and you'll get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, if you're not vibing with them, you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. We've even talked about it in this episode. Sometimes you just can't do things alone and there's nothing to be ashamed of. None of us can. Give yourself the gift of therapy. So just take a moment.
Visit betterhelp.com/messy today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/messy. Messy is supported by AG1. I am so excited that AG1 is a sponsor of the Messy podcast because I have been a loyal user of AG1 for a really long time. So if you don't know what AG1 is, it is a research-backed foundational nutritional supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut health support, and it's backed by multiple research studies, so you can trust what you're putting in your body. Listen, we're all trying to take the best care that we can of ourselves. I'm really conscious of my diet and what I put in my body, and I start my day every day with AG1. And I can tell you some of the research findings. I can back this up from my own experience. The statistics have said that at 30 days, 80% of people in a research study noticed less gas and bloating. I can attest. 97% of people in a research study felt more energy. At 60 days, 82% of the people felt less stressed. 91% of the people in the research study also noticed they needed less coffee. I also can attest to that. There's also studies that say people felt more calm, fewer cravings throughout the day, and their digestion has improved. If I had to recommend one product to support whole body health, it's AG1. And that's why we are so excited to welcome them as a new partner. It's easy and satisfying to start your journey with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 Travel Packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/messy. That's drinkag1.com/messy. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. You know what? Again, I'd watch whatever you wanted to do as an Uber driver.
Okay. There we go.
We've come a long way from you not wanting to leave your bed to now creating your show. Look what's just happened in...
We've got so much that's going to happen now. It's almost...
however many minutes.
I'm too busy now.
Oh, well, our producer just wrote us and had a great idea. An episode where you pick up a psychic or a medium.
Ooh.
That's a great idea.
Okay. I love that. I was telling our beautiful producer earlier that I had an animal intuitive talk to poet on Monday night.
To your dog?
My dog, the little rat dog, the ugly one.
Yeah.
That no one likes.
What's going on with Poet? Do we?
I don't know. She's just a friend of mine. She's she runs the Gentle Barn. She's the founder of the Gentle Barn, which is my Disneyland. And if people don't know what it is, it's a sanctuary for farm animals who have been abused or neglected or discarded or going up for slaughter. And she takes them in and makes them like healing machines of love and kindness. But she's been doing this like intuitive, like remote talking to your animals thing. And she did it for me on Monday. And I was shocked.
What does Poet have to say?
She is very worried about me. She said, I keep seeing her. She lays on your stomach and stares into your eyes like crazy. Now, this is stuff she doesn't know. The dog does that. She comes and she kind of stares at me like, and she says, does she walk in front of the TV constantly sniffing the ground? And I said, yeah. She goes, yeah, she's not going to pee. And you keep yelling at her that she's going to pee. She's not going to pee. She's smelling people's feet smell that have walked in the room. Now, mind you, she's never been to my home. She doesn't know that the door is right by the TV.
Right.
And Poet literally goes back and forth in front of the TV, sniffing the ground. And I'm always like, don't pee. And she's not. She's just
sniffing.
Hypersensitive with smells. Like other weird things. Like just it was kind of a trip. Like she was talking to her.
That's so cool. You're going to be nicer to Poet now?
Is this thing on? No. I don't know. Probably. I feel bad. Actually all of us have been nicer to Poet since the reading. You know, she's like really nervous. She really
gets shit talked all day. That poor dog.
She gets shit talked all day long. And then lady's like, she really just loves you so much. She just wants to take care of you. And I was like, oh man. And then of course at the end of it, she goes, I'm getting a feeling like, do you want to rehome her? Like she literally, and I never told her about how, you know, Poet's just a lot for, you know, she's a baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, I just keep getting this feeling like you kind of, if you want to rehome her, I will make sure that she gets a great home. And I was just like, well, now I feel like a total piece of shit. Well,
do you want her now?
Yeah, now I want her.
It should make you feel like shit, and now you want her.
Now I'm like, I feel like a terrible.
You're a good girl, Poet.
We love you, Poet. She's locked up in the bathroom right now.
Oh, she's like, fuck you.
I've told Ellie about that. And she's like, oh, that's to be locked up in the bathroom all day. I was like, no, my bathroom is, I mean, not to sound like a douche.
It's luxurious.
Bigger than most people's apartments. So it's like she has her own apartment. So
she has a lovely room.
She's a lovely room. And she comes out.
Yeah.
I think I'm allergic to my
You're an
cat.
animal. Oh, well,
that's
not good.
No, I know. Well, she's right here next to me. So anyway.
Well, I love you. And I'm, I love
you too.
I'm gonna keep gently nudging.
Okay. Yeah. Gentle nudges are good.
Gentle.
Because, you know, we don't have really good balance. So if you nudge me too hard, I'll fall over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My kids have learned. I got knocked over by a young girl that literally weighs 17 pounds. I just didn't see her coming, and she went to go hug me, and down we went. And she looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, really? And I was like, my bad. Sorry.
Oopsie. We should get laminates that just have the handicap sign on them so that,
Yeah.
like, like a backstage laminate. So people just know. We don't have to say anything. It's just like
all access pass.
All access pass, buddy. The funny thing is that like Sadie always, when I go to her room, makes me stand in her doorway to talk to her. Like she doesn't necessarily want me to come lay on the bed or sit on the bed. It's like, and then I have to like brace myself on either side because standing, I don't know about you, but I can't stand for more than like 25 seconds. Like then I'm like kind of falling over. Walking, I'm like, everyone keep walking with me. Follow me down the stairs. We can talk all the way down the stairs, but I can't stand in one place or I say fall. And she's like, oh wait, one more thing, Mom. And I'm like, Sadie, I can't, like, you're making me stand in the doorway and I'm going to fall.
I can't wait for more of the teenage adventures with Sadie. It's just
oh my God, I know.
Whole 13. New world. Wowzers.
How did it happen?
Well, let's pull a card.
Maybe you just pull a card.
I did. Okay? Oh my God. And how weird. It's by Eckhart Tolle.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, meant to be. Wow. That's actually kind of weird.
And it's kind of long. So fine. This is for both of
perfection.
us. That's weird. Okay. Whoa. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously you are. Those who have not found their true wealth, which is the radiant joy of being and the deep, unshakable peace that comes with it, are beggars. Even if they have great material wealth, they are looking outside for scraps of pleasure or fulfillment, for validation, security, or love. While they have a treasure within that not only includes all those things, but is infinitely greater than anything the world can offer. Eckhart Tolle.
Nice.
Well, we knew that, Eckhart.
I love you.
I love you too.
And so it is. This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
And if you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.